I got that CMOS, baby, call me a CMOS, baby. Do that body good like CMOS, baby. I'm a leader, I'ma take you to the treetop, baby. I care about your health, did you hydrate lately? I got that CMOS, baby, call me a CMOS, baby. Do that body good like CMOS, baby. I'm a leader, I'ma take you to the treetop, baby. I care about your health, did you hydrate lately? Peace and love, y'all. It's God here with another Verbal Apothecary Podcast episode. And I got somebody special with me, somebody near and dear to my heart, my brother Fiya. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, King? How you doing?
I'm well, brother.
Hey, we being well out here,
I'm
brother.
well, brother. Hey, so we here at the Verbal Apothecary to bring you the herbals and the verbals. We bring hip hop and health and wellness together. I'm a lover of both of those, and it has created some connections for me that have been very beneficial. Hip hop specifically has created many inroads to different people in my town and nationally and worldwide. And this brother I met through, he's the son of a good friend of mine, Spirit of Nation. And so I've seen this brother from, little one, I was a young one too. And so now we're a lot older, both grown, you know what I'm talking about? But we still very clear on the elements that we build in and the purpose of our life. So I'm happy to have my brother here because, man, this brother is deep in the kitchen. You know what I'm talking about? He definitely know how to sauce it up.
You know what I'm talking about?
Loose with that wrist, you know. My brother is definitely knowledgeable of the food chemistry, the science of food, and is learning more and showing how much he's passionate about it when he shows up and caters places. I've seen many people react to his food and be like, okay, this young brother on the show, you know what I'm saying? So you don't knock his hustle, because you ain't gonna find no gristle. It's all, sometimes the brother definitely has his variety, right? He might come with some vegan, he might come with a little chicken for you, but it's gonna be very delicious. So we're gonna get into the mind of Fiya, right? You know what I'm saying? It gotta be heat with a name like Fiya, right? So my first question to you, brother, is what does health and wellness mean to you?
Man, I love this question so much because it's just like, I feel like whoever you ask, you're going to get a different answer. And that's what's so beautiful about it, is that there is no answer for what health and wellness really is. You feel me? I think health and wellness is finding what works for you. You know what I'm saying? It's sticking with it and staying consistent to what you want to do and what you want to see in your life. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a choice to make, you know what I'm saying, as far as like choices in their life, you know what I mean, what direction and what path they want to go to. So health and wellness is really picking the one that is going to be the best long term. You know what I'm saying? Like what's going to be best for you when you feel me, however old you are, 20 years down the line, like are you still going to be able to move and act the same way that you know what I'm saying, that you act now? Like are you going to be able to still physically be like cool, you feel me, and mentally be well and financially be well, you know what I'm saying? So there's layers to it. So I really think it is finding what works for you and sticking to it and really just doing your best to like stay consistent with what you think is going to be best, for you. Okay,
and I know I've seen you around these streets with this brand, this logo, man. Be well, brother. Can you tell us a little bit about that? What does that mean? And what you doing with that, man?
Man, so Be Well Brother started back in 2019. I did a conference. I hosted a conference called the Be Well Brother Conference. And pretty much it was a health and wellness summit for Black men and boys, you know what I'm saying? And boys and men of color, you feel me? And pretty much it was just a full day of like workshops, different, you know what I'm saying? I had like all different folks from the community coming in and sharing their gifts and, you know what I'm saying, regarding health and wellness. You know what I'm saying? What do I have up in there, bruh? I had Brother Shaka up in there, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Brother Shaka Jamal.
Brother Trap with that yoga.
You know what I'm saying? Trap Nature was up in the building, bruh.
What's
you feel
up,
me?
Brother Sid? Yeah.
Bro, DZ, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Brother D.
Bro, DZ,
you know what I'm saying? Critical thinking is a part of health and wellness that folks don't talk about, bruh. How can you critically think through something? So you feel me? But man, I'm gonna go over here and just start listing everybody, bruh. But you know what I'm saying? If you were a part of that journey, you know who you are. Raw Soul Collective.
Hey,
Actually,
hey,
let's
talk about it.
You feel
Talk
me?
about it,
Raw
Raw
Soul Collective.
Soul.
We've been tapped in with this, bro. You know what I'm
Come on.
saying? Actually, my brother Michael helped cater half of that event.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to brother Michael. Shout out to all Raw Soul Collective. You know.
We talked about Be Well, brother. That was a conference you held. You got a clothing line that goes with it too.
Yeah. So we got the Be Well family apparel. So Be Well brother has morphed and changed. You know what I'm saying? But Be Well family is the umbrella that kind of holds most of what I do. You know what I'm saying? So Cook and Fiya is under the Be Well family umbrella. But we also have Be Well brother, Stay Well sister. You feel me? So it's just really incorporating everybody, but Be Well family is the most universal for everybody. You know what I'm saying? You can always identify with fam. You feel me? So you know what I mean? I want to make sure everybody feels included into the process. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody needs health awareness.
Man, because we in a political time right
Most
now.
definitely.
You know, it's very semantical. You know, like what's your pronouns, what's your words, how do you identify?
Right.
You know, and that's important for people, and I don't want to knock that.
Most definitely.
But the unity of the collective has to be highlighted, because no matter how you identify, it's not just I, it's we.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's yes, it's you first in terms of make sure your glass is full, make sure you are well, right? So if you got to get your mentality and your philosophy and your perspective in alignment with how you show up, by all means, find that light as well. Once you do, the work is not over. So I love the idea of Be Well family. You know what I'm saying? Because it adjusts the perspective to the we. And I feel like that is paramount to health and wellness, because you could be on all the herbs and tonics and fasts that you want to be, but if you still living in a sick environment where your streets is dirty, or family is doing bad, your finances might be good, but everybody around you broke, so you giving out. You know, like you want people around you to be abundant as well, right? And so if the we is not good, we not good.
Exactly. No, for real. It starts with I, but it ends with we. I'm not even gonna say end with we. It continues with we. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like it got to start with yourself though, because if you know what I'm saying, you can't help nobody if you can't even help yourself. You know, and that's just the bottom line. I don't think that's not selfish. I think that's really just taking a look in the mirror and realizing, like, man, I got some things I need to sort out in my life. You know what I'm saying, and figure out what you want to do and how you want to move. And then once you figure that out, you're able to really continue and move in the world how you want to.
So you was talking about that Larry June and that roots reggae, but that Larry June, you know, he talks about my juice costs 13. You know, like to me that always came across as high self-worth. You know what I'm saying? But also not just because of the monetary value that he set in the juice, but the fact that he picked fruit juice. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, it's expensive, but you're gonna buy it because it's good for you.
And the thing about it is, he put a whole, like, if you have purpose behind something, you can sell anything. You feel me? But you have to put the emphasis on what it is, what it's for, what it's representing. And if people mess with that, then you can pretty much sell whatever. That's like how all companies end up working. You feel me?
Right.
Like, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? I also think, like, I seen something today and it was like, I would much rather like pay the investment now than later. You feel me? So it's like, am I going to spend some money on, you know what I'm saying, taking care of myself now? I know it might be expensive right now, but do I want to be paying them hospital bills when I'm like in my 50s? You feel me? Like, that's not the lifestyle I want to choose. So I want to invest now. You feel me? Invest early, so that payoff will just be a little different.
That's real. That's real. Yeah. So Larry June talking about that high quality juice. And then that the roots reggae, I mean, they push that ital is vital.
Most
definitely. Know? And what is that ital? That's that vegan life, really.
Yeah,
I mean, before it was vegan. Vegan is just a name that they put on something that humans who've been on this earth, melanated individuals, have been doing. Forever.
Ital is really a lifestyle too, bro. It's more than just, you know, what you eat is what you think, is what you say. You feel me? Like, ital is almost like, for me, like being Irie. You feel me? Like
Mm-hmm.
complete peace. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Peace with you feel me? Your stomach. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's a whole different lifestyle when you pay attention to that. Like a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? Don't use salt in none of their food. They don't use oil. Like some folks really take it really deep to where it's almost like they on the raw for real, and they having like different stews and soups and things of that nature. So most definitely. Most
Yeah,
definitely, bro.
yeah. Hey, talk about it, man. We gotta feed our bodies with that high quality food, like, and I love that there's cultures that, like reggae is a culture that's big on the health and wellness. Um, how has hip hop played a part in your health and wellness journey, man?
That's a crazy question, bro. Because it's like a lot of the times, and I think that's what's super dope with what you're doing is connecting that aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? That hip hop is health and wellness, depending on how you view it and how you use it.
It's
You
the
know.
10th element.
You
I
know.
don't know if a lot of people know that it's 10 elements, and that's the one that's number 10. But hey,
Often neglected, bro.
the
That's
most neglected, but you better respect it.
that's why when you be seeing some of these OGs sometimes, bro, like that's been in the rap game for a minute, like been touring for 30 years, you feel me? Around the world, they've been around the world 4 times. You feel me? Like that, how do you keep up with that? So it's just like, yeah, but to get back to your question though, really just like, you feel me, KRS-One, you feel me? Like
Master teacher.
you feel me? Like
Yeah.
he's probably the person that exhibits that element the most in hip hop.
Mm.
I'm not gonna say him, but he's definitely somebody who's been doing it consistently. You feel me? And like kind of like originated that almost like he kind of really brought that to the forefront. So KRS-One is definitely like, you know what I'm saying, the teacher. I definitely listen to what bro be saying because he be just dropping knowledge, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like about multiple things, you feel me? About astrology, about science, about math, religion, culture. You feel me? Like it's
Metaphysics.
everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Um, but yeah, that's what I got for that question right now, bro. Like,
Okay.
it's an intense question because it's just like,
I mean, you said a heavy one. Knowledge
yeah,
reigns supreme over nearly everybody. Like that brother KRS-One is definitely a standard
yeah,
because when you think of hip hop's power, right? You think of how monetized it is.
yeah,
It's only being able to make that much money because of its impact that it has on the
right,
people. Like people find value in it.
right,
The value that they find in it is reflections of themselves, reflections of what they want to see in their futures, or
yeah,
reflections of what they've been through. Um, Hip hop has always been a voice of the people,
yeah,
always with a question mark, because there are motivations that aren't healthy and aren't really representative of where the people need to go,
right,
right? But it's always been a voice of the people,
right,
maybe not always for the people. You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's real.
Because the what is said and what is talked about is a reflection of what's happening,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes certain parts of it gets magnified for intentional purposes, right?
Right,
But KRS-One is one of those artists who has really harnessed his power as an influencer before that was a coined phrase,
right,
and shifted people's lifestyles.
yeah,
Like him talking about beef,
right,
and how it's made and how the animals aren't respected, and how all of this dirt and grime and blood gets in your meat, and how
right,
it's just not good for your body. Like he put that in song and had people be like, "What?"
yeah,
Like that
yeah,
was a very powerful thing, because I think now we might take that for granted,
yeah.
but it's not. We haven't really seen a big resurgence of an artist at the level that he was at that time,
Right.
right? Because he's like a rapper's rapper. Like,
He's your rapper's favorite rapper
yeah,
type
yeah,
type of
like
deal. You
like
feel
those
me?
who are great respect this brother
Yeah,
because he's a great.
yeah,
And at the time of his prime, he was one of them boys.
yeah.
And so the things that he was saying
People
had
would listen
impact, and
to.
people
People would
heard,
listen
and a
to.
lot of people shifted their game because of that.
Right.
And so, like when you talk about the power of hip hop
Mm.
and you bring that brother's name up, I mean, the brother's still teaching. I mean, the
He
brother's
just
still
dropped an
going
album
in.
like last year. Bro's
You
been
know,
making music since like '84.
I would love to have that brother on the Verbal Apothecary to talk
Hey, we finna
about
manifest that.
to talk about his perspectives on health and wellness, and maybe some great conversations can be had for the culture.
Most definitely.
So we talked about a great, and Sankofa is one of my favorite concepts because we gotta always go back, because what was done provides a rubric, at least a place to jump off the porch from. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The porch is the house. If you ain't got the house, you can't jump off of that into anything,
You ain't got nothing
right?
to jump in.
Right, you're just in the void.
Yeah.
So you gotta always go back and see what happened, and you don't have to do everything verbatim, but tap into that knowledge, like how Avatar, they tap in what they hear, and they can tap into the history of that plant. That plant will tell them the history of what's going on. Their Akashic records they was able to tap into. So that's important because the past is the foundation, but the future, is a mystery almost, right? Like we know what happened, but we don't always know what's gonna happen. What's your vision of health and wellness for your people? Like, what is your vision for your people in terms of health and wellness? Fiya.
I mean, this is gonna sound corny, but I'm gonna go a little deeper into it. But like, I want everybody to be well. You feel me? Like, I really just want people to begin the process of like, I can take care of myself. You know what I mean? And not like necessarily having to go to outside resources and outside folks, and you know what I'm saying? Like really knowing that like I can take care of myself and it starts with me.
Yeah.
You feel me? And just taking that first step. That's what I really appreciate. I want everybody to just take that first step towards what they really want. You know? Because that's the hardest part. And even like to this day, that's still difficult for me, bro. You feel me? Starting something is always harder. You feel me? Starting something is always more difficult. So I want people to just start. You feel me? Really take a look at themselves and be like, man, what am I really doing?
Yeah.
You feel me? Is this really how I want to live, or is this just how I was taught to live, or this is how everybody else does? This is what I'm doing. You feel me? That's not how I get down. You feel me? It's more so, what do I need? What do I want? You feel me? Where do I see myself? And going from there and trying to take the proper steps to do that. You feel me? But of course, I want everybody to eat healthier. You know what I'm saying? As far as like tangible things, eating healthier. You know what I'm saying? Cleaner environment to live in. I think financial literacy should be something that's like really taught in school. You feel me? From like middle school, really, even like younger, like elementary school. Like I feel like they can incorporate that into, the schooling. But like if everybody know how to get money, bro, then you feel me? Capitalism can't work if everybody got a job. You feel me? So it's like it's intentional in that way. But I would want to change that. Yeah, I think that's just a good place to start for right now. Really, it's just like taking that first step. How are you gonna take that first step now? What is that first step gonna look like?
Okay. So it sounds like you want everybody to start, knocking on that door of they first eye, and really, creating a image of what they see of themselves, and what they want from themselves.
Right.
That sounds like hope. Right? You can't really see the future without a urge to want to see the future, and so my brother out here hope dealing, he ain't out here.
I'm your neighborhood hope dealer.
Yeah, I see you, brother.
That's crazy. And it's wild because I got that I am hope shirt on today, bro.
Hey, I didn't know.
That's kind of crazy.
Look, and it's close to the heart.
You feel me?
My brother is really coming from the heart right now.
Yeah, most definitely.
He want to see his people just start, find that hope for the future and just start. I don't care if it's a carrot.
A singular carrot.
A singular carrot. Take that carrot, bite it, enjoy it, or not enjoy it, but understand that even if it don't taste good, it's good for you.
Or even like one extra cup of water. You feel me?
Okay.
Like
okay.
even like the simple things.
You don't even gotta go to the store for that. Just you
feel me? And then be on with your day. Hydration.
Hydration. Hey, so That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
My brother Fiya, I appreciate all of your words of wisdom.
Most definitely.
You are a wise young man, you know, and I only hope for greater things for you in the future, man.
Most
So
definitely.
so keep on shining your light and stay well, brother.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Yes,
Peace,
sir.
love.
Yes.
I got that CMOS, baby, call me a CMOS, baby. Do that body good like CMOS, baby. I'm a leader, I'ma take you to the treetop, baby. I care about your health, did you hydrate lately? I got that CMOS, baby, call me a CMOS, baby. Do that body good like CMOS, baby. I'm a leader, I'ma take you to the treetop, baby. I care about your health, did you hydrate lately?